I'm not a specialist in, in history, neither in geography, but I can imagine that a few million years ago, a little piece of water decided to make its way in the Rhone Valley. And we're talking, of course, about the Rhone River. I hope some of you had the opportunity to visit Hermitage and went on the top of the hillside at La Chapelle. And when you're right there, you have a beautiful vision of this sector, which is a complex sector, and you understand that even if the rocks were very strong at this specific place, the Rhone had no other choice than going where it is now. And it did something very surprising. Reaching the level of what is today Tain-l'Hermitage and Tournon, it has reached a gigantic granitic block, and it went through this block. The result is that today, 4/5 of this block is a very specific terroir on the left-hand side of the Rhone River. I'm talking about the Hermitage appellation, and I'm talking about the Bessards, the Bessards hillside. And 1/5 of this block is on the right-hand side, and I'm talking about another appellation, which is Saint-Joseph today, and this is the Vigne de l'Hospice. So the fascinating point is that visiting the Hospice, you take a sample of soil. Visiting the Bessards, you take a sample of soil. You have exactly the same soil. It's a perfect match because it's the same granitic block at the beginning. But this wine will never taste like an Hermitage, because on the left-hand side, the exposure is south-southwest, and on the right-hand side, the exposure is south-southeast. So the maturation makes that the Hospice will always look a little bit finer. The tannins will not show as square, as big as the Bessards in Hermitage. They will always look a little bit softer and a little bit more delicate. So it's a fabulous terroir. We feel very fortunate it's a monopoly, so we're talking about 3.4 hectares today. It's not very big like in Burgundy. And it's once again an expression of pure Syrah in Northern Rhone with a rather late pick. So compared to the previous Saint-Joseph, we pick more or less 10 days after, which is a lot of time during the harvest.
And the exposure is a bit different too from the Vigne de l'Hospice versus the Lieu-dit.
Yes, the Lieu-dit is facing south.
Right.
So this is a southern, very, very south expression of Saint-Joseph. Here you have a south-southeast. Yeah. The majority of the vineyard is southeast, true. With the DNA searches, you know, we still find a lot of Roman amphoras in our regions, etc. We found in our own property. I found Roman amphoras with, you say stones or pips, okay, that I've given to the INRA, so the National Institute, to do the DNA search, and they come back with a very good answer for me. It's Syrah. So it was Syrah at the Roman time, it's still Syrah today. Saint-Joseph Vigne de l'Hospice has aged during 30 months in new oak barrels. So 30 months sounds a lot, but I think once you've tasted the wines, you realize the interesting balance that we can have between these long aging and the quality of the tannins.